Hello my beautiful earthy souls, welcome to my channel. This is Jasper. I am an intuitive tarot reader, and today we're going to find out what is the message from the person that you currently have in mind. So we have three groups that you can choose from, three oracle cards. There is the green woman in group number 1 with the rose quartz crystals. Then we have the Carridwen in group number 2 with the petrified wood. And finally, the Divination in group number 3 with the Ocean Jasper crystal. You're gonna find the timestamps in the info box below. Whenever you're ready, you can click on those and it will bring you directly to the beginning of your reading. Bear in mind that you're absolutely free to choose more than a group if that's what your guts are telling you that is the right thing to do. There is absolutely no right or wrong regarding how you decide to choose your piles. So you can even listen to the three of them if that's what your intuition is telling you. For the rest, I am here available for private readings if you'd like to receive one, or for a Reiki healing session. You can find my email in the info box below. Thank you so much for giving to this channel a chance, or for being loyal to it and stick with it if you already know it. I'll see you at the beginning of your reading. Hello wood fairies, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the green woman in group number 1 with the rose quartz heart. So what you're seeing here is a spread of a mix of oracle cards, tarot cards, OM symbols, rune, messages from the woods, the secret gardens, and there's even some love spells as well that I'm going to reveal at the very end. So I hope you're going to enjoy this reading, and if so, don't forget to put a likes and share in the comments down below your experiences, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Okay, so let's go from the juniper. Okay, let's start from there. What is your person message for you? So the juniper is telling me that your person is needing some cleansing from the past. It's like they are in need to tie up loose ends, to have a closure, or even to be able to let go, because there is, with the fur club moss as well, there is this acceptance that a certain project had to be abandoned, had to be aborted. There is the acceptance of that, but at the same time there is the grief of having to let go of it. Okay, so both of these two cards together make me feel that your person message is that they understand, they accept if things had to change, or if a certain plan of yours, a certain idea that you both had cannot go any further. For some of you as well, this could be a breakup, but not necessarily. They are understanding the inevitability of this event, but at the same time they would like possibly to have a deeper communication about this, a deeper conversation about it. And I can sense that from the radio rune and the answers as well, because the radio, it's all about communication and reunion as well, and conversations and agreements. And the answers, it's about signal messages. And so it really feels like this person is trying to sending you signals in order for you to agree to a possible reunion, to a possible meetup, so that you can have a deeper communication, deeper conversation. Or they're thinking that they like to invite you. Okay, they're thinking to write you a message, they're thinking to call you, because they would like for things to be unraveled a little more. And I have that word came out in my head, and I think that it came because the fern is there as well. So just like the fern unravel when it grows, it feels like certain things need to develop a bit better, okay, between the two of you. Maybe you haven't, maybe you did make a decision and they had to accept it, but now they are open to talk about it and unravel the details of it. I can sense as well that your person is feeling currently, or like they would like to say to you their message to you is that they are, or they have been out of balance here with the Temperance in reverse. They might have lacked of patience, or they might be in that state currently. I sense that there could be an apology here. Okay, that's why they would like to have a conversation with you. They were in a state of unbalance. That's what I'm hearing here. Okay, and they didn't have the usual tolerance that they would normally have, and so I feel that they're not proud of that. And they know that possibly because of it they have lost you. With the Five of Cups, there is this sense of loss, okay, and sense of grief, which make a lot of sense with the Fir Club Moss as well and the Juniper. So they are mourning the absence of you, or the fact that the connection had to end, or they are mourning the project that you had to abandon. Maybe you were thinking to buy a house together, or to move in together, or to have a child, and none of those things were possible, or even to just have a trip together. It doesn't have to be grandiose scale of things. So with grief though, there is as well the awareness that they might have took you for granted. They might have not really appreciated you before, or they did, but also they just thought that they were going to have you forever. So they might have not put in as much effort as needed. They might have not put enough fertilizer in your plant that you share together. And now they're like, bummer, how did I not think of that? And the reason is that they were really caught up in their mind with this Eight of Swords. Now their message is that they are aware now that in the past, or in the recent past, they had been caught up in their thoughts and in their blockages, in their limiting thoughts, as well as mental prisons, and they had no idea that those prisons didn't really exist. Now they realize that it was all an illusion. It was all a nightmare that their own ego created, possibly to defend themselves, to protect themselves. So it was just a natural reaction, okay, caused by fear possibly, or fear to lose you. So now they are aware that they didn't act from the best state of balance, okay? So they are admitting to you that they might have took you for granted. They might have having some impatience. They might have acted out of fear. They might have just inhibit your growth because of certain limiting thoughts, okay? And I see as well with the alum in reverse and the Montezuma Cypress upright, they are admitting that they haven't been fully honest. There are certain things that they haven't said to you, they haven't fully expressed. And possibly one of those is that with the Montezuma Cypress, they know now that in the recent past they might have concentrated their focus on problems, trivial matters, difficulties, worries, rather than focusing on what was more important, which is you, and this connection, or the project that you had shared, right? So it feels here that they are just expressing to you how they have been, or they still are, in a state of unbalance because they had let in negative thoughts trapping them down, worries trapping them down, and by doing so they might have neglected the most important things, the most important values, the most important connections. And right now I see that their intention is to find back joy, to discover joy again. Okay, here it says, spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the results. So right now they're just feeling like if they are focusing more on joyful things, the things that make them happier, the worries will disappear, the connections around him will get deeper, and therefore they will have more shared happy moments, and therefore the worries will become smaller and smaller, right? It becomes a positive cycle. Just like the law of attraction teaches us, the more we focus on the good things, the more of the good things we will attract in our life. So feels like they're putting a lot of effort right now to cherish and remember the positive memories, and or they are promising you that from now on they will be focusing more on the joyful moments. Okay, they will give more weight to them, they will give more importance to them. Okay, and Discover says, look at the early dewdrops before they disappear with the morning sun. Sorry, I'm reading from behind, so it's a little confusing. So it really is this intention that they don't want life to slip between their fingers. Okay, they want to take advantage of every single moment that they're going to spend with you, from their early dewdrops to the sunsets at night. They just really want to pay attention to every beautiful little moment in their daily life with you. Okay, and they also are telling you that you have been one of the biggest influences, inspiring them to grow, nurturing them with your sweetness. So the clover is tiny cute little plant that is being useful to everybody, to humans, because it is an edible flower actually, as well as to grazing animals, and it nourishes the soil as well. There's so many enriching nutrients inside of it, like magnesium, potassium, calcium, vitamin C, even proteins. So this plant, we can say that the oracle meaning of this card is nurture. Okay, it is a nurturing, supportive plant, and so that's the awareness that they have. Okay, they want to honor your presence in their life for having transformed them into the version of themselves that they are right now. You help them grow, okay, and you help them in the harshest of conditions, because that's the ability of the fern, to be able to grow in really, really tough conditions. So there is intention as well to learn from the adversities. So they're like, okay, we've gone through some troubles, we've gone through some difficulties, we might have had some argument, maybe we might have upset each other, but right now my intention is to be aware of the mistakes and to learn from them. Okay, that's the intention. They want to keep growing. They understand if a certain chapter of your life had to end, but at least they would like to try and have this conversation with you. And I think that for some of you, they simply want to have a closure. They simply want to apologize and have a positive closure there. So to maintain as well friendship, because we have the spirit familiar and it says seek loving connections and cherish friendship. So it feels like they will accept if this connection has to end, but they would at least like to maintain a friendship. Okay, so it could be that for some of you, they just want a closure. For some other of you, they would like to open a little window for friendship to get in, and possibly some other of you would like to make some promises for things to change in the future. Okay, because there is this intention to grow and to keep nurturing you as well. Then finally, let's talk about the green woman and the green man. Like, have you noticed that they come from two separate decks, completely different from each other? And they both have in each of them the green woman and the green man, and we just found the couple. So the person that you have in mind, their message is that you guys belong to the same tribe. Possibly they're saying to you, we belong to each other. Okay, it's this combination reminds me of twin flame connection. So yes, for some of you, they might try and have a meeting up, a reunion with you, with the hope that things are going to continue between the two of you, or develop, or taking a new shape that is going to allow this connection to become deeper and deeper. Okay, and I really have this feeling that they're like saying to you, it's like we were born in the forest, we belong to the forest, we it's like they had such a hard time finding friends or people of the same species, right? And it just made me smile looking at these two together, also because I didn't even plan it, they just ended up being next to each other. And also, yeah, it really feels like the two of you together really inspire each other to be the truest version of yourself. Okay? Because the green man says the message of the green man is embrace your wildness. And that's what you are able to do when you are together. Okay? In this society, obviously, certain behaviors are feared and or judged, and so sometimes it's very hard to be completely ourselves, or we hide a lot of sides of our personalities, possibly a lot of passions, because we are afraid that they wouldn't be understood, well, that they would be judged and feared. But in this connection there was none of that. It's like you were seeing each other in the mirror. So they're valuing this connection because of it as well. So let me get some extra oracle cards, tarot cards, and see what are the messages that your person have for you. For pile number 1, group number 1. Ten of Swords in reverse. Wow, Chariot. And then 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is the confirmation that they are having a hard time accepting the end. Okay, with this 10 of Swords in reverse. Or at least they're saying to you that they are embracing the end and wanting to transform that adversity into an opportunity, right? It's like a snake that is shedding their skin so to form a new one. Okay, well, the transformation, the metamorphosis that you see in a butterfly, a certain cycle has to end, has to die, so that a new shape is going to grow, right? Is the death of the caterpillar, but is the new birth of a butterfly. So that is the meaning of this card. They are having a lot of hope for things to be regenerated. Okay, and it is even more enhanced by the Chariot, because it's a card that speaks about movement, progress, stamina, direction, desire to keep moving forward, and there's a lot of energy. Can you see this explosion of energy? these desires to navigate against currents, against the waves, and there's so much strength in this card. So your person wants to say that if you ever desire to consider moving forward, they are there. They have the energy this time, they have the awareness, and they have the direction, they have the focus. And it's even more enhanced as well by the Eight of Wands, because it's a card that speaks again about speed and movement, but as well as messages, phone calls, communication, travels, right? So, and there's a lot of energy. Yes, there's a lot of energies in this Eight of Wands. It's pretty quick energy. So it reminds me of the messages that we got from the runes, right? So your person really wants to speak to you. This person has so many messages, so many things that they want to say to you. And they're hoping to bump into you casually, or they are thinking about sending you a message so that they can organize this reunion. And they're really hoping that it's going to bring somewhere, okay? Because they don't want to stay in this stagnant situation anymore. They don't want to give in the negative thoughts anymore. And they don't want to believe that it's over for real. And even if it has to continue in a different shape and form, they will accept that. But they really want to try their best to be honest and coming on to you with their apologies. And also, yeah, I really feel that they want to be sincere this time and vulnerable. Another thing that I didn't speak about is that with the green man and the green woman, it's like they realize that if there was an imbalance here, it could have been an imbalance of having too much masculine energy or too much feminine energy. And so they're saying to you that you were the element that was helping out to balance them out. So now they're realizing even more because of your absence. They're realizing how important for the polarity you were in their life. But also it could be a thing of them realizing I've been abusing of my masculine energy, or been abusing too much of my feminine energy. And so there is an awareness and an apology about that as well. Right, so I feel that is all extremely positive, because when you meet somebody that is able to be so open and that is able to admit their mistakes, that is able to apologize about them, that is able to see their vulnerabilities and limits, that is able to study their own psyche, it's extremely positive, and it is worthy of a chance, although it's all totally up to you. And you have the power to manifest whatever reality you want. I did forget to speak about the Ogham symbols, so we're gonna go into those in a second. So I actually had to recheck the meaning of these symbols because I'm fairly new to them. I'm still studying them, and when I was studying the reading, I completely forgot to check the meaning of these ones. So we have the vine here upright, which is the grapevine, and the message of this is the exact same one that you would receive from the from drinking wine, right? When you drink wine, you are disinhibited. Finally, you can express your truth with more openness, and you're not so scared of people judging you. You're just being purely yourself, okay? And spiritually quite open as well. So this is confirming the openness that I felt from the reading as well. For they, as I said before, it's a really good sign that they're being so vulnerable and open to share that vulnerability, that weakness, the limit, because it is a sign of emotional maturity. It could be as well that their message is that whenever they are with you, they feel like they can be themselves, that they're really disinhibited. Okay, and then we have the Elder in reverse. Although I just learned that the Elder in reverse doesn't really exist, or at least the message of the Elder in reverse is the same one of the Elder upright, because it is the tree of regeneration. Indeed, you can actually see an elder regenerate a damaged branch into a new one pretty quickly, and they can root from any part of the tree pretty fast as well. So it is a tree that gives us the message of cyclicity and the birth in the death, okay, the beginning in the end. So just like we were saying with these 10 of swords, there is the hope for fading an old age and embracing a new world. Okay, there's plenty of hope in this person. Okay. And I feel that, yes, combining these two messages together, it feels like your person's intention is to start afresh with the promise that they're not going to inhibit their thoughts anymore, and that they're going to be fully open and sincere instead of hiding things with the element reverse like they used to do. And yes, there's a lot of more positivity here for sure. Now, I would like to share with you, just like a little gift, these love spells that could be useful for you. So I'm going to read them out loud. The first one is Come to Me Love Potion. If you're dreaming of real romance, you can bring about visions of your true love with this potent potion. So take a notebook and a pencil and write this down. 3 drops of rose oil, 3 drops of lavender oil, 3 drops of neroli oil, which is orange blossom essence, and 4 ounces of pure distilled water. Pour into a colored glass spray bottle and shake well 3 times. 15 minutes before you go to bed, spray lightly on your linens, towel, and pillowcase. Keep a dream journal on your nightstand so you can record details of the great love that will soon manifest. Beautiful. I hope you are going to find it useful. And then the second one is breakup ritual, which is actually pretty much suiting the situation, especially if some of you were going through a breakup like this 10 of swords and the 5 of cups. So would suggest to rid yourself of negative emotions after a fight or the end of a relationship. Try this purification bath. Draw a warm bath at noon when the sun is at its healing peak, and add these essential oils into the water as it flows from the faucet. 2 drops of rosemary for calm, 1 drop of peppermint for stimulation, 1 drop of lavender for energy cleansing, and 3 drops of thyme to relieve mental exhaustion. As you soak and steam, repeat this prayer 4 times. Sadness, I release you, goodbye. Fatigue, I release you, goodbye. I greet this day anew, I greet my life renewed, blessed be. So again, I really hope that this is going to be useful to you. Please put a like to the reading if you have enjoyed it, if it has resonated with you, and I'd love to read your story in the info box below. I'll answer to each one of you as soon as I see them, or write your feedback if you like. It would be so important to me, and obviously, I'm here anytime that you'd like to receive a private reading or Reiki healing session. Just drop me a message. You'll find the email in the info box below. If you'd like to show some support, you can click the thanks button to send a tiny small donation, or you can see the link to my PayPal in the info box below, or my Amazon wishlist if you'd like to send a deck from that collection. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for all of your love and appreciation and support, for giving this channel a go if this was the first time for you, and thank you for being so loyal to the channel if you know it already. I send you so much love, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love. Hello my wood fairies, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Carridwen in group number 2 with the Petrified wood. So what you're seeing here is a spread made with a mix of botanical cards as well as runes, Om symbols, tarot cards, and some messages from secret garden, woods, fairies, gnomes, etc. So this is going to be a message from the person that you have in mind currently. So I would like to say I've been studying these cards for a while now, meditating on your group, and I have a clear picture of your person being in a state of vulnerability, going under a lot of stresses at the time, and in need of some support and protection. That's what I'm seeing here. So it's a person that is currently heartbroken, or at least not ready for a commitment with this King of Cups, or not able to provide so much support to the other person as he used to be. Okay, not able to show that masculine side as they used to be. Okay, indeed, then we have the heather, the Om symbol representing the heather here, and sorry, the willow, and this is the heather. And the willow represents the feminine side. Okay, so I really see that your person is really stepping into feminine energy, and it is appreciating so much the fact that you've been able to see the beauty in their vulnerability. Okay, like I'm seeing here, beauty there to be tender and vulnerable, and strongly vulnerable. So I feel that your person is trying to say to you, or your person's higher self is saying to you, that you've been an essential element for them to feel accepted and to embrace their own weaknesses. There is a major transformation going on for them with the Carridwen, which is a shapeshifter. Okay, so they are trying to change something in their life, and I can see that as well with the Scots spine. There is something that they're not satisfied about their life, and they're trying to see if there is anything that they can proactively do in order to change it. It could be that they are having too many commitments, they have too many responsibilities, they are bound to and tied to too many situations and people, and they're trying to let go of something to feel lighter. I'm also seeing that there could be some not useful habit here with the linden in reverse, so potentially some toxic habit as well, and they're saying to you that they are aware of them. Okay, but your presence in their life is acting like a breath of fresh air, so you've been able to distract them. That's what I'm seeing, and to enjoy the small little pleasures of life again. Like I'm seeing here, ideal hours, take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. Sorry, I'm just reading upside down, so it's a little difficult. So yeah, your person is really enjoying to simply be, okay, next to you, without any particular goal, without any particular aim to conquer your heart or to be in a relationship with you. It just seems like they enjoy your presence, and at the moment they wouldn't have the energy to turn this connection into anything else, because I'm seeing it, there is the Magician in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. So the Magician speak about the power of oneself to manifest whatever it is that they want in their life, to attract abundance, to create the love of their life, the job of their life, to just paint their life at their own pleasure. And right now with the Magician in reverse, they feel like they are lacking of these powers. Okay, they feel like even if they have some dreams at the moment, they don't have the capability to turn them into reality. And with the Six of Cups, I really sense that most of their dreams are of a romantic nature. Okay, and there is a lot of nostalgia here and sadness possibly for not being able to deepen this bond with you currently. Okay, with the Six of Cups in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. It really feels like the connection right now is of a friendly nature. They know that it could be something else, but they also know that you deserve somebody that is going to be there for you. And currently this person is going through a lot of transformation and changes to try and be healthier. I feel that this vulnerability could be very well connected to their physical body, and for some reason I feel as well with the linden in reverse that it could be associated with some addiction. And I say that as well because we have the subdue and the ritual. So the salal, this plant, is being used in the past to diminish hunger, okay, to calm the appetite, to diminish the appetite. So these cards speak about moderation and balance. So this person is trying to bring this quality in their life, and possibly you've been helping them as well to realize this. This is what I'm seeing. And so they are trying to have some daily rituals that are possibly detoxing for their body. Now, it could be that their vulnerabilities as well of a mental nature, not necessarily physical. It could be as well that they are feeling heartbroken. It could be that they are it could be that they have ended a relationship in the recent past. So that could be the reason why they're not able to think already about the next cycle. Okay, they don't have that driven energy because they need to heal themselves. And I feel that there is healing in the heather or sacred tree as well. Okay, the heather is being used medicinally in many ways, even to cure cancer. So it is a symbol, it is a tree that is reminding us to be more connected with spirits and to embrace all the healings that comes from that deeper connection. As well, I'm seeing here that with the mint, don't know if I said that already, but you represent a breath of fresh air into their life. So I feel that you've been really helping to bring all this light-hearted energy, whether they are dealing with cancer, because it could be for some of them, or whether they just realize that they have some sort of mental or physical disease that they would like to cure, and or whether they are heartbroken. It really feels like your company, your presence has been incredibly healing for them, and they are forever grateful for it. It could be that you have been the catalyzer for this incredible transformation. Possibly you do have knowledge about herbs, the medicinal property of certain herbs, and you might have been giving them some tricks, like, or you could drink a dandelion tincture every day, or dandelion tea every day to detox your blood, some small suggestion like that. And they're really putting them in practice. So they're trying to be stricter, they're trying to be more moderate, to bring balance, to have these daily rituals in order to heal themselves. Now, we also have these messages from the gnomes. There is the gnome of mushrooms and buttons that says, seek silliness and joy, they are wise teachers. So again, it brings to this light-hearted energy that you have brought to them. Okay, you taught them how to laugh again at the smallest things of life, and they're just so their energy, they're vibrating at a much higher energy right now, thanks to you. And that is also very, very useful to heal the body and the spirit and the heart. Then we have Away We Fly. So take the cloud road, delight in your imagination. So it really feels like you've been helping them to take the road with imagination. So forget for a moment about the trivial matters of the earth, forget for a moment about their pain and their difficulties, their worries, and fly away with you in the imagination realm. So you're being a very dreamy presence to them, and it is making them so happy, and possibly they don't even have the words to describe in person how you make them feel. Possibly it is something that is quite difficult to express. We have then the Isa and Berkana rune. So the Isa tells me that this person is feeling stagnant, is feeling stuck and rigid. So again, it could be related to some physical illness, like literally having a broken leg, or being paralyzed, or their digestion system being frozen and not being able to eat anything. Okay, so it really reminds me of that feelings, but also the frozenness of not being able to move forward in a romantic way with you, if that was your intention. Okay, or even if this is not a romantic crush and it is a friend or any other person, dear person in your life, they're just saying to you that at the moment they don't have the energy to do much. They're just really frozen. So if you would like to go out with them, at the moment they are stuck. Okay, if you'd like to go for a trip or for a pint, they're just stuck right now. And then there is Berkana that speak about rebirth and growth. Okay, so they are really putting all of their energy into this transformation and rebirth. They want to be a new person. Okay, before being involved in anything serious with you, they want to transform themselves, if that is a romantic situation, or in any other situation, before going back to the life out there with you and having proper fun and be involved in some plans and projects and trips. They want to be back on their feet first. Okay, so it's like they are not apologizing, but just explaining why they might be looking a little bit distant right now, or not so involved in social life. Okay, and it could be something that they have a hard time explaining, especially with the Isa. Their communication might be frozen, their words might be getting stuck in their tongue. So it really feels it feels really clear, this scenario. So I know that it's quite specific and it might not resonate with a lot of you, but just try and take whatever resonate and leave the rest. There is also another interpretation of the reading, that you could be the person in a vulnerable state that is heartbroken, that it is that is having some difficulties going back into the normal life. And so the message here from your person is giving you all this beautiful advice to step back from whatever habit that is not very helpful towards you, establish a new ritual, a daily ritual, some certain daily habits that could really help you to be distracted or to heal your body. They're telling you not to eat junk food or to drink too much or to indulge too much into your negative thinking. They are telling you that you are beautiful even though you are in this state of weakness and vulnerability, that they are seeing you, that they still will try and make you laugh. Okay, they will come into your life and make you dream with their, maybe making you watch some lovely movies and distract you, spending some cute times together in nature. Okay, so everything that you've heard up until now, you could looking at it as an advice from your person towards you, okay? To go outside and take some fresh air, not staying locked in the house, especially if, for example, you feel depressed, okay, and stuck emotionally rather than physically. What else I'm seeing here? Petrified wood, in a way, reminds me as well of a frozen heart. That's not to say that all the feelings are gone, they're just on pause right now, okay? And I'm sorry you can't really appreciate the shade of this stone. It's really beautiful. Anyway, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some other extra tarot cards. If I find my deck. Where is it gone? There. Buried under all the books and cards. What other messages does your person have for you? Group number 2. So there's definitely saying to you that there is any opportunities of rebirth for you, okay? They're really trying to uplift you. If you are the person in that vulnerable state. Now, 9 of Wands in reverse, okay? So if it's them instead being in that state of vulnerability, they're really just saying that they have no energy, that they're just done right now. They are still healing, they're still broken. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, the fact that it's in reverse is a good sign, because it means that your person is basically saying to you that thanks to you, they're not feeling so desperate and alone and isolated from the world and helpless as they used to be, okay? As I said, you've been representing a breath of fresh air into their life, bringing so much joy and silliness and imaginary journeys, and so you've really been changing them for the better, and they were in the worst of their times. So they're just really, really thanking you from the depth of their heart. We have Knight of Pentacles and 4 of Swords. So they're telling you that they still need some time to rest with these 4 of Swords, but that they are daydreaming about the first opportunity that they will have in order to give something back to you, okay, with this Knight of Pentacles, to make a plan with you, to finally offer you something that is going to be long lasting and durable and stable, something that you can rely upon. There is some action here with this Knight of Pentacles, and it's not going to be an abruptive, unexpected action coming out of nowhere, and that is just going to die in the first second that it started, right? The action that the Knight of Pentacles does have future repercussions. It just reverberates in the future for a much longer time. Rather, the Knight of Swords just come for a quickie, you know, like for a, don't want to be rude, but like for that, or for a quick message, a rash idea, and then possibly it's just like yeah, very hectic with lots of ideas, and possibly doesn't really put them in practice. But the Knight of Pentacles is quite organized and yeah, practical, that's how you say it. And there is 7 of Swords. So it feels like this person might actually have been betrayed or have received some injustice from people. It's like they have stolen a piece of their heart right now. So they're really just trying to express to you that is not you. Okay, if you're perceiving some distance, if you are upset that possibly they're not emotionally available because there's something missing in you, forget about that. It is not like that whatsoever. And so they're really trying to underline this aspect with all the words they have, right? That is not you. They're going through a really hard time, they're still healing, but they're really wishing for the time, waiting, looking forward to the time in which they'll be back on their feet again. Yes, Ace of Wands. And this new beginning, okay, is going to be later on in future. Is not going to happen right now, right in this second. But when it's going to happen, it's going to be extremely passionate, right? Whether it is a romantic situation or not, there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of vitality, a lot of enthusiasm and excitement for life and regrowth and the desire to make things, to be active and enjoy life to the fullest. Okay, now I want to show you the spells, like a little gift. There is a couple of love spells, so that you might find them useful. If not, just discard them. So take a little notebook and a pen if you have it. So this spell is called Enchanted Lips. Before a special evening, employ a kiss of glamour by adding 1 drop of clove oil to your favorite pot of lip gloss and then gently stirring it in while saying aloud 3 times, "The ripest fruit, the perfect petal, each kiss is a spell of utmost bliss." Yummy. And then another spell, breakup ritual. So whether, for example, it was you, the one going through a breakup, this could be helpful. Or if it's the other person going through a breakup, you could suggest them this ritual. To rid yourself of negative emotions after a fight or the end of a relationship, try this purification bath. Draw a warm bath at noon when the sun is at its healing peak and add these essential oils into the water as it flows from the faucet. 2 drops of rosemary for calm, 1 drop of peppermint for stimulation, 1 drop of lavender for energy cleansing, 3 drops of thyme to relieve mental exhaustion. As you soak and steam, repeat this prayer 4 times. Sadness, I release you. Goodbye. Fatigue, I release you. Goodbye. I greet this day anew. I greet my life renewed. Blessed be. So that's it. I hope it's going to be useful to you. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share in the comments down below your experience if you like, and I'll answer to each one of your comments as soon as I see them. Don't forget to share this reading to somebody if you feel that it's going to be helping and guiding for them, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video so that you are not going to miss any of them. I'm always here available for private readings if you like to receive one, or for Reiki healing sessions at a distance. And if you like to support the channel a little more, you could hit the thanks button underneath this video for a tiny little donation, or follow the PayPal link that you're going to find in the info box below. There's also an Amazon wishlist that you could click on if you'd like to send a deck my way in order to integrate this reading with more cards. And I think that's everything. Yes. So let me know as well if you'd like me to sell these little OM sticks that I make. If you'd like to study them for yourself, I could write a little booklet with the main messages of them. Let me know if you're interested. And that's everything. Thank you so much for being loyal to the channel, or for giving it a go if it was the first time. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love to you. Hello my wooden fairies, welcome to your reading if you have chosen the Divination in group number 3 with the Ocean Jasper. So what you're seeing here is a spread made with lots of botanical cards, tarot cards, as well as runes, OM symbols and messages from secret gardens and the woods. So what I want to start with is a predominant message that is coming and being repeated by the majority of these cards, so I think that is quite relevant to share it with you, although it might resonate just with the minority of views because it's a very specific scenario. If it doesn't, just take it as a metaphor regarding your situation. So we're gonna start here with the marshmallow and this message of adversity, and the bearberry with this message of strength. So the marshmallow is a plant that thrive in really hardy conditions, especially when crops are destroyed. You can see the marshmallow growing. So it does give us a message of finding sweetness during moments of adversity. And then we have the bearberry, that it is another plant that thrive in really difficult conditions. And also it represents the strength of a mother bear, because the bearberry is the favorite fruit of the bears, and so it does contain the energy of the mother bear, not in the sense of her aggression. It's not an aggressive strength, it's like that confidence that she would have to protect her cubs. Let me just adjust the light slightly. So again, we have two cards that speak about growing in really harsh conditions. And next to them, we have two runes, the Hagalas rune and the Feihu runes. So hear me well now. The Feihu rune speak about financial growth and value and money, as well as food and prosperity. And the Hagalas speak about the destructive forces of nature and often speak about hail as well, like hailstones. That's why it kind of looks like a H. So that's what I associate to Hagalas, right? Destructive forces like, for example, hailstone or big storms. So it really feels like for some of you it could be just a metaphor, or it could be an actual event that happened. It seems like something bigger than you, bigger forces than you has been destroyed, something that you've been growing in a long time, or at least in the last few weeks or months. It could be that for some of you, literally your garden, your veggie gardens has been destroyed. All the plants that you've been taking care of lately has been destroyed, or possibly you've been investing in something really valuable to you, and then because of forces outside of your control, those have been destroyed. Those doesn't necessarily have to be connected to food or prosperity. It could be as well a relationship that you really valued, a connection that you really valued, your home, and yeah, anything that has a really strong value to you. It seems like it has been challenged and it has been attacked by strong forces outside of your control. So I have a that seems to be representing the current situation or something that might have happened recently. And this person has really beautiful, encouraging messages for you. First of all, this King of Wands, it could represent you and how you're feeling right now, and that they do understand this state in which you are. It could represent themselves as well. So always feel free to swap the roles if they don't resonate, or if it sounds like I'm talking about them rather than you. So feel free to swap. But the King of Wands represents somebody that feels disempowered, somebody that it does feel discouraged. Okay, somebody that has put so much passion, so much energy and dedication in his passions, and then all of a sudden it seems like they have no energy anymore. So it would make sense if they have invested in something and then they had seen it destroyed. Whether this represents you or them, you'll be able to know it. So this is the situation, right in this triangle, right in the middle. And then we have these beautiful words of encouragement. The lady's mantles, for example, I don't know if you can see it because it is upside down, but there is a lovely dewdrops right in the middle of this broad leaf. So this represents, I really need you to hear this sentence. I'm gonna get it from the book. So in the book there is a poem from Williams Blake that really represents the message of this card. It says, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. So these beautiful dewdrops, if you focus your attention on the beauty of it, is like the time is stopping. Obviously, the words of the poem are much better than mine, but it does represent the ability to see beauty in the smallest things. And since it's in reverse, it represents, again, the ability to see opportunities in moments that are making you feel destroyed, in challenges, in trials that life has forced you to face, right? So again, there is this message that you or your person has gone through some really difficult events that has the word destruction as the main keyword, right? So but then there are all these messages of having the strength to go through these adversities, seeing the still being able to see the beauty in it, still being able to learn the lesson from it, and to see an opportunity, yes, to learn and to grow and to keep developing and to keep having hope for the future, and to not allowing this event to devalue what you really care about. Okay, then we have the Mandrake, which is a card that speaks of somebody that really would like to ease your pain. That is their deepest wish. Okay, they want to help you finding your strength again. They want to embrace you in a warm hug and making you feel like you're safe and that everything is going to be okay, that you don't have to worry, that there will be a rebirth. Okay, so they really feeling for you, and they would like for it to be completely gone, right? So where are we gonna go now? There is the grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. So these are again beautiful, encouraging words that are trying. So your person seems that he or she is trying to tell you to embrace this phase of destructions or this phase of troubles and challenges, because it is just part, it is just a phase, it is part of our growth. We are supposed to go through these difficult moments so that we are preparing ourselves for the next phase, and we are growing wiser, and we are getting more and more aligned with our purpose. We are giving much more value to the things that we liked. Obviously, that always happens when anything threatens us to to part from the things that we truly care about, and they start having a double worth for us, right? So everything has a purpose, everything has a meaning, and they are really telling you that something really beautiful is going to come out of this, exactly because you've gone through the trials and challenges. They might indeed inspire you to prepare other people when they will have to go through those same trials and errors and challenges. They might really inspire you to share your experiences. We have here teach, inspire others, and let nature be your greatest teacher. Okay, so They are confident that this is happening for a reason and that it is allowing you to get closer and closer to the main path. Okay, how often have we seen, for example, people that have gone through some abuse? Like, for example, lately I've been seeing lots of videos about narcissistic abuse, and I've been learning about the story of these people that we're sharing, and trying to understand their background and why they have started to teach people how to deal with those narcissistic abuse, for example. And I learned that themselves they have gone through all of that narcissistic abuse, and then they've been inspired to learn about it and to teach others so that they would be more protected, so that they could avoid that pain to others. Okay, so this reading doesn't speak about that necessarily, so I'm sorry if it is completely out of the theme, but my point is that this person feels like they are trying to encourage you to do the same. Okay, so exactly because you've gone through this adversity, you know what's the best to do if it would have happened again, and you know how to give tips and tricks to other people when they'll have to face it. And it could be as well that they're talking about themselves, so again, feel free to swap. Then what do we have? We have, let's check the other cards, the other tarot cards. We have the Sun and the Page of Swords. So the Sun is giving me this strong sense of hope, right? So it's just such a warm message of the light. Okay, what is he saying? Right under the Hagalas, the sun will come back and shine again after the storm. Everything will be restored. The energy that you were seeking, that you are lacking at the moment, will come back to you. That happiness, that excitement to start again from zero will come back. Okay, the sun will keep shining over your plants again, nurturing them, so everything is going to be okay. I really feel that this reading is of encouragement to you. And with this Page of Swords, it feels like clarity is gonna come back again, and this time your goals are gonna be way more directed. Okay, and I can see as well, because of the Holy is trying to tell you, seek the truth, try to listen to your conscience, try not to confuse facts with fictions. Try not to confuse rational thoughts with wishful thinking. So this is a card that is telling you to focus on your goals and be very practical and mindful about it, to just not get distracted by some dreams that would actually keep you in the clouds, and that would separate you from the practicality of things. Okay, so for example, let's say you're wishing to grow a butterfly garden in your backyard. Okay, and maybe you're there and keep dreaming about it, and keep reading information about how can you attract butterflies, and in the meantime, then you're not realizing that that is not the right environment for them, and all that beautiful soil that you have there, it could host so many local plants, medicinal plants, and source of food for you, and you're not really bringing it to fruition. You're not allowing that soil to reach the best potential. Now, probably it's a bit of a it's a bit of a metaphor that is not going to resonate with everybody, but it really feels like stick to whatever is practical and doable. Okay, yes, maybe you're dreaming to fly across the ocean and move to the tropics and start your life over there. It's good to dream, it's good to have ideals and plans for the future. But at the same time, you need to think about what is actually practical. Do you you'll still have to be able to pay your rent. You'll still have to be able to earn money to travel. So you can't just focus all of your attention on your dreams and forget about the plans. And then we have calendar here. So again, this is like obviously this is representing the Celtic calendar, so it could be word of encouragement for you to get in tune with the energies of the Ogham trees, okay, because the Ogham represent an ancient Irish language that contain certain symbols, and each one of those symbols represent a tree, and each one of those trees represent a different energy and a certain message of wisdom coming out of it, right? So, and you can find them in the Irish calendar, okay? So could be an encouragement for you to discover all of those wisdom from the trees and make it yours. But I also see it, since we're talking about crops and growth and dreams, it feels like this is a message for you to say, write down your dreams on your calendar, make a practical plan for you to be able to achieve it, okay? For example, you want to save €1,000 by the end of August, right? Then write down onto your calendar how much are you supposed to save every single week in order to achieve that amount at the end of August. And then you write how much you're earning, and therefore how much you're allowed to spend in everything else, in every other daily expenses like food and rent and bills. So yes, it's beautiful to have a dream, but be practical about it, okay? So that is a really strong message that is coming out of it, and I feel that is a word of encouragement again, because they want you to achieve your dreams, and they want you not to be upset if they don't come to fruition. They want you to be prepared to the worst eventuality, and they want for you to create a strong foundation so that you are prepared for anything. And then let's go now to the baobab meaning. The baobab is another really encouraging message because it does tell you that the universe is there to provide you with anything that you need at the time that you need it. Okay, so it is a card of spiritual protection, and it is telling you to get the most out of your day, the most out of your present life, and to use your resources and talents. So again, it is a card of telling you, please don't waste your beautiful talents just because they haven't been successful during the first trial, or even the second, or even the third. Okay, believe in your talents, believe that you can achieve your dreams. You just need to learn from the experience and have a more specific plan, okay? I can I can say that, for example, about my journey on this channel. At first, I was just so excited to upload a video that I wasn't really thinking of all the technical problems, and I would face so many of them. Starting, for example, from the camera, they didn't have enough space. The SIM card didn't have enough space to record the long videos that I wanted to upload, and so it would give me so many troubles because I had to stop in the middle of them and then transfer them to the computer, and then keep going recording the next part, and then the computer wouldn't have enough storage either, and then there would be problems with the light wasn't great, the location wasn't great, and I was just doing it anyway. I wasn't thinking of all these problems. The audio wasn't great. I was just doing it because the dream was just bigger of any other practical issue. And then eventually I just realized that if I wanted to achieve my goals, I had to be mindful about those minus details that made my life so much better when I started to fix all of those little things. Obviously, still a path of growth. Obviously, there is still new things to learn. Every month there is something new. There is a new awareness. Obviously, we're never done with learning. But it's this is what I'm seeing here, that your person really wants you to believe in yourself and to believe in your dreams, and that everything is possible, that is going to happen for you. Now, let's go and speak about the OM trees. So we have the ivy here, and the ivy speak about your soul search and the ability to find certain spiritual strength and depth that you haven't been able to touch before, that you haven't been able to get in touch with before. So I feel that your person is saying all of this is happening for you to grow spiritually again, and to discover certain parts of yourself that you didn't even know about, that they were just really deeply hidden inside of you. Okay, we are talking, for example, about fears and doubts and judgment towards yourself, and old limiting beliefs that had blocked you, for example, that had been sitting there in your subconscious. So the more you go through life, the more you are swimming deeply within yourself. Imagine this ivy that is keep growing in a spiral, and that is the metaphor of life. We keep going in circles and circles, and every time you're just adding more details to the lessons that we have learned in the past. We keep repeating them in cycles until until we learn every single detail from those lessons. It never happened just once. So that is the message coming to you. And then we have the white poplar here, and the white poplar really does speak about the earthly trial that we have to face. It does speak about those earthly problems that we have to endure, and all the fear and the worrisome that they induce in us. So this is a card of being able to find guidance. So this person really wants you to feel guided through these moments in which fears has crept in and worries has crept in, and they are trying to control you and block you from going in the direction that you are willing to go. So really feels like this person has a deep instinct and desire to help you out throughout this difficult moment, whether it is a moment of loss. Maybe you have lost a partner, maybe you have lost a plot of land, maybe you have lost your crops, maybe you lost your house. It really feels like something destructive has happened in your life, and they just want you to know that they are there next to you. And obviously it could also be the opposite, that they are explaining to you that they have gone through those moments and this is their path that they are experiencing right now. We have the soothsayer, that says, travel the road seldom taken. And then the spell singer that says, cast spell of wonder and delight. This is telling me as well that your person is trying to encourage you to embrace the magic in order to solve certain problems with this spell singer. And this is something that I started to discover as well on my own. I just recently made a spell jar for prosperity. I've never done it before, and it is absolutely incredible how I've been able to see results the same evening. So I made the spell jar in the morning, and the same evening I got a request for a tarot reading, and then the prices of the on the channel went up. For the cost per mail just went up out of nowhere, out of the blue. I was just so amazed, and then the good news kept coming back during the same week. I won't go into details, but so that is to say, just trust. There is, even when you think that everything is impossible, even when you think that there's no more resources, when you think that the opportunity is gone and that is not going to be repeating itself, try and believe in miracles, because they will happen if you believe in them. And then take the seldom road. the road seldom taken. So again, it is a card of telling you to grow outside of your box. So you might have friends and family and people around you, colleagues, that are just stuck with the ways that things used to be. So they, when they see a certain pattern, they just go back to their old ideas, and they're like, oh yes, I've seen this situation already happening in the past, and I'm sorry, but there's no way out. Like, this is it, this is over. Okay, they might actually really just make you feel stagnant and make you feel like giving up. And this person is trying to tell you instead, no, don't listen to any of them. Miracles exist, and if you take a different path, you might get a different result. Don't listen to anybody, just listen to your own instinct, to your dreams, and go for that, okay? Now, last thing that I'd like to show you is these two little love spells, and maybe for some of you are gonna be useful. I know that for some of you this reading might have not been romantically related whatsoever, but I have them there as a little gift, so you can write it down if you like. So the love nest spell says to anoint your home a sacred space and turn it into a loving nest, rub any one of the following essential oils undiluted on your door jamb: cinnamon, clover, cypress, dragon's blood, and frankincense. Walk through the door and close it securely. Take the remaining essential oils and anoint every other door and window. At the witching hour, midnight, light anointed white candles and place them in every doorway and windowsill, and sing, my home is my temple, and here I will live and love and be healed, and so it is by magic sealed. And the second spell says, come to me, love potion. If you're dreaming of real romance, you can bring about visions of your true love with this potent potion. 3 drops rose oil, 3 drops lavender oil, 3 drops neroli oil, which is orange blossom essence, 4 ounces of pure distilled water. Pour into a colored glass spray bottle and shake well 3 times. 15 minutes before you go to bed, spray lightly on your linens, towel, and pillowcase. Keep a dream journal on your nightstand so you can record details of the great love that will soon manifest. Now, since this reading seems to be talking for at least some of you about prosperity as well, I want to get you a money spell, a prosperity spell, so let me just grab it. So I got this one, minting money. Take a few sprigs of mint and put them in a teapot. Boil water for tea and pour over the mint in the teapot. Chant this charm. By my hand with this healthful balm, blessed mint, most bounteous herb, bring me health and heart and calm. Abundance I shall see by every deed and verb, and so it is. Breathe in the scent and steam from the teapot and fill your lungs with the smell of prosperity. Repeat the spell once more. Then leave the pot on your altar for 24 hours, a full sun and moon period. You will begin to see signs of your wealth increasing within 1 week. I actually can't wait to try it as well, so I'm definitely going to do this. So I really hope that this reading has been helpful and that has resonated with you. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video with the people around you that you think are going to find it useful. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, and hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified anytime that I publish a new video. If you don't want to miss any of them, I'm always here available for private reading or for Reiki healing session if you'd like to receive a distant one, and you can find my email in the info box below, so you just feel free to contact me and we can speak about all the details. Thanks so much for all of your loyalty to the channel, or for giving it a go if it was the first time. I feel so incredibly grateful for your presence, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye guys, much love to you and best of luck with everything.